Hey guys, and welcome to game number 62 out of 100 of the Mack vs. Machine series, where I'll be playing 100 games of Scrabble against the top online bot, HastyBot. We had a pretty big win in game number 61, so hopefully we can keep things going strong here. And let's see, looks like HastyBot will be first. Just a little bit of lag here. Hopefully he goes soon. There we go. He opens with Fob, and we've got the J. Don't see anything great. Probably just play something like Jog over here, which keeps a good leave. DELR is pretty reasonable, especially if we can pick up another vowel or two. We'll have good bingo percentage next turn. Also just doesn't really give much at all back to him, and of is pretty tough to overlap unless he has the other F or a T. I don't really think we can score much. We can't really do anything with the J here since OB is not valid. So hard to imagine anything better than Jog. I think I'm going to go ahead and play that. Alright, he just plays a Y. Barreled with an E. Ribalder with an I, but no floaters here. So probably something here with like goal or goad and buy. Maybe like bailer. It's not terrible. 28 points, keeps DR. We could do bailed, which doesn't set up the S-hook, but I don't want to keep two R's. Yeah, Baylor seems pretty reasonable. Bader is no good. I guess Ardeb is there too, for 30. So that's reasonable. Baylor was 28, I believe. Yeah, so 28. I think I like Baylor slightly more. DR is just a little bit easier to work with than LR, especially if we can pull an E, then we'll have the nice RED combo. And the D is better overall for scoring. I feel like we'll average more than two more next turn after Baylor versus Ardeb. So I am inclined to do that. Yeah, I don't really think there's going to be anything better, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay, he plays Quota. Not a terrible draw for us here, but a little bit clunky with FMU. Do we have anything here? Oh, Femur looks very strong. Yeah, I mean, that's 41 points. So I think that's about all that needs to be said. We're not going to be getting anywhere near that amount of points with any other play. So let's go ahead and do that. Reno comes down, and nice rack for us. Acidity with a blank I, Dactyli with a blank L. None of those play. Don't think there are any sevens with an S. So what do we have through this N or this O or possibly this E? Edacity is also good, actually. EDACITY, which would play from this E as a non-bingo. Okay, so let's start going through the alphabet. A, don't believe is anything. B, C, D, E. Kyanited is no good. Dacoity is also a valid 7. DACOITY. Now that I see that. Diacetyl doesn't fit. Okay. H. I think with an H. Hyacinth? No. I. J, K, L. How about an L? Diacetyl, which I just said through the E. Don't think, yeah, rancidly almost, not quite. I think with an O. How about an M? Mendacity, we're close to. Not quite though. Or Megacity, but not going to work either. N. Don't think so. O, P. A Dipocyte would be a 9. Oh, Diptyca too. Wow, there's a lot of 7s here. DIPTYCA is also good. But not gonna play. Q, R. Wait, Caryotid is no good. That's a pretty well-known phony. It's Caryatid and Caryotin, but no Caryatid. Okay, how about an S? Dacoity plus an... Oh, Dystocia. There it is. Okay, I kind of knew there was something. So that plays for 65. I mean, it's not great. Let me just make sure there's nothing better still. Once I started, I might as well finish the alphabet. Okay, S, T, U, V, V. No, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay, I feel like, unless I'm missing something, I think Dystocia is the only bingo. And the problem is, it scores 65, which isn't a ton. It sets up a pretty big spot here. The Q is gone, and the X, he's going to need to start with, like, X8, which isn't really doable, or XY, and there's no Ys. So, probably the biggest threat is, like, a K play, which isn't great. The other option probably would be to play Udacity, which isn't crazy. I mean, 30 points keeps a blank, so I'm giving up 35 points immediately. Huh. I mean, this does still give back X plays like here with XI, or possibly something like NX if he has it through this N, which would score a lot. So Udacity isn't exactly flawless defensively. And I mean, it's not like there are going to be a lot of bingo lines either, so I think I'm leaning towards just bingoing. I feel like 35 points, blank is worth probably about 28 or 30, so I'm giving up roughly, let's say, 5 points of equity by not bingoing. I don't think... It's also... Actually, you know what? Yeah, because he just played Reno, now that I think of it, right? So he's very unlikely to have kept, like, an H or a K with that. That definitely signals more one-point tiles. So that means he's going to be a lot less likely than average to hurt me in this spot above the I in Dystocia. So that's actually a big factor, too, that I need to consider. So yeah, I think Dystocia is the play. Assuming I'm not missing a better bingo, which I don't think I am, but I may be. Assuming I'm not, though, I think Dystocia is the play. Alright, so he plays Needy. Yeah, as I expected. Oh, and I have Exalters. Sheesh. Wow. That was nice. And, okay, well, now we're very much in the driver's seat. I mean, we're down, or excuse me, we're up 115. So I assume I just want to play something through this S. Question is what? Pavis doesn't reach the triple. Do I have anything that gets to this triple here? Of course, Vespa is not valid. This, ironically, actually, Vespa in one of my Phonies videos came up in this exact spot. It was once played by Jackson Smiley, and he successfully got away with this word, but I am quite confident HastyBot will have none of that. So, not going to do that. Aphis, Spahi. Huh. Do I, like, not have anything? I mean, I can also maybe play through this R if I have something better there. But I don't even see anything great in that spot. I feel like at this score, I'd be kind of crazy not to play in that spot and leave that open. I mean, I'm up so much. Like, even if I have to do something stupid, like Sev or Sip, but there's gotta be something better than that, doesn't there? Like, there's just gotta be, I feel like. I mean, maybe then I just play, like, Vare. That's actually the most defensive, because it also takes out the R, and it takes out the S. Like, this is not a bad play. Like, I just put a V right there to really muck everything up. PHIE is a pretty solid leave. Actually, I'd probably play Vire, because there are a lot more E's than A's. And this PHA actually can be a little bit better than PHE sometimes, I find, for synergy. So I think Vire, if I go there. I just have such a hard time believing there's nothing better. Is that possible? I do want to watch my time a little bit, too. I just really find it hard to believe that there's nothing here. But maybe there just really isn't. Shiva, Hives, yeah, nothing works. Nothing gets to the triple. Huh. Alright, yeah, I think I'm going to just play Vire. I mean, it's a pretty lame-looking play. But it keeps a very good lead for scoring. It takes away the biggest spots there. And then hopefully I can deal with Baylor's next turn. And the board is going to start being pretty shut down. So I feel like this is a good play. Okay, I guess that is one drawback. That is a cool play there. He gets Vyers and Needs down. At the same time, though, it is 45 points, but I mean, it's not that big a deal for me because I do force him to expend an S, which is good, so now I don't have to worry about him using that S for a bingo. And that was a particularly rough outcome. But okay, yeah, and those tiles very well could have caused damage with the R or the S, so I think that's a good play. Okay, so I got the blank. Are there 7s with an S? No? Oh, Harpist. Jeez, what am I talking about? Yeah, Harpist plays for 101. Yeah, okay, this game is over. That would have been a really bad miss. I think I got distracted by him getting down Needs for a lot of points, and it took me about 15 seconds, which was like 14 seconds more than I'd expect to see Harpist. I should be seeing that pretty quickly, but hey, we saw it, and now the game is just over. I mean, at this score, let's not play Zowie. I mean, I could do that, but I'm better off just playing here. I mean, I guess Doze or Ooze doesn't even really matter. I mean, it's like 70 points either way. Probably Ooze. Doze sets up an A hook, which I don't have. Ooze sets up a B hook, which doesn't exist anymore in this pool, so it seems a little bit better. But yeah, another pretty stupid game here in terms of just not a lot of strategy and just a lot of good tile drawing. Okay, so he plays Utes, and another pretty good rack for us here. Pretty close to bingos through this N. I guess I could be greedy and try to play off like a W. I mean, if I play off a W, what do I hit with? Maybe not a ton. C, I don't think hits. H will hit Adhering. I'll hit De-airing. L will hit Dragline. M will hit Dreaming. That's actually a bit. N hits Regain through this E. Organdy doesn't fit. Yeah, actually is a lot. S will hit Derains or Disagree. T will hit Treading. Yeah, it actually is quite a bit. Maybe worth giving it a shot. So where? I guess here. So I want to leave the E open for bingos. I mean, I could also just score. But I can't really score that much anyway, so I feel like it's worth a shot. Why not? Yeah, let's just do it. I mean, there's nothing particularly exciting. I don't have any overlaps with Zag that are really any good. Could also play Woe and open another line. But I don't have a lot of 7s that can end in an E with this rack, so I'd rather just play down here. And we hit. He plays Wag, and I have Dangly or Dragline. Dragline will fit. I have Glaired, Glaired as a 7, which is not going to play on this board. Nothing from the W. There's Twig, but I can't really do much about that, so Dragline it is. Alright, so he gets Sainture down. And, alright, there's only 3 tiles left. He's got ALN. He's going to go out with Lawn over here, perhaps. And he is also going to go out nowhere else. Yeah, this is a pretty bad board, actually. I wonder if I can, like, stick him with something. Probably not if he's careful, but if he's not careful, I maybe could. Yeah, I'll probably just play, like, Lead. I gotta be careful of this V, though. I could get Zepko. I'm gonna keep... If I keep Vim... So if I just play, like, PH... No, I can't play PHT because that gives him Plan. Huh. I have the S hook, too. Let me just not flag here. Maybe Moth. Doesn't give him an out. Yeah, I mean, he's just going to play Wan over here. And then go out with his L. Maybe Moths. But then I'm V-stuck. Huh. It's actually kind of a cool endgame, but unfortunately I don't have time to solve it. POH. How about that? Let's go for this. Then I'll probably play Vim next turn. I have Vow also, so I can't be stuck. Yeah, it seems fine. Plays a Law, and yeah, he's not going to be stuck with the N, so I think I just play Vim. Maybe I have something better. I probably do, but I just don't want to flag. Oh yeah, I probably should have blocked that. Okay, another pretty severe bagging here. 547, 342. That's the second game in a row you've won by over 200 points. And yeah, I mean, I just don't really think there was too much to think about here. But let's go through the game. Clunky opening rack for the bot here. I mean, Fob is probably fine. NQTU, you're going to need to draw a couple vowels, but if you do, then that rack can definitely materialize into something good. Jog is fine. Yeah, Fjord is cool. I didn't actually see that here, but yeah, I mean, the G is a pretty bad tile, and this also gives back so much more that Jog is pretty clearly the better play. But yeah, I do have a historical problem sometimes seeing these FJ words, so just good to always remind yourself to, whenever there's an F, there's Fjeld and Fjord. Those are the main two words that can start with FJ, and they do come up a fair bit, and they often, especially if you can hit a triple, they can score a lot of points when your opponent is least expecting it. So definitely good words to get used to looking for. He plays A, which I guess is fine. Tyne is nice because it's nice to have a somewhat vowel-heavy rack if you do have the QU. Of course, it gives back quite a lot more, though, given this row 8 spot to the triple, so I'm okay with just being patient here and playing A. Baylor looks fine. Again, RDEB scores 2 more points, but DR is a considerably better leave than LR for both scoring and probably bingoing. So I think that looks good. Quota seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, Femur, not really much else to think about. Yeah, this is sort of after Reno. Oh, I missed Dynastic. Yeah, that would have been better. Same blank, too. Dang it. Yeah, that's too bad. Dynastic is definitely better than Dystocia just because it doesn't give back this big scoring spot, and it also doesn't take an S, so it doesn't give back yet another bingo line with an S. So yeah, this is yeah, it's kind of a sizable mistake, I feel like, because I mean, not so much because of the 2 points, but just because of the positional benefits of not giving back such a big scoring spot. So that's a shame. I should have seen that, especially since I found Dystocia with the blank S. I looked through the end, I just didn't connect the dots and see Dynastic. So, oh well. But okay, he plays Needy, and then, I mean, just stupidly lucky here. I mean, I draw into Exalters for 96. And then, yeah, did I miss anything here? Yeah, I saw that I could play Heap here, but, I mean, obviously, I don't want to... I mean, it's not even so much the IIV leave. I just really don't want to leave this S open. I'm up 115 points on a pretty rough board. His best way into the game is going to be a big bingo or especially a triple-triple, so just kind of bizarre that there's nothing really that uses the S on the triple. Like, there's just literally nothing other than a play like Sip. So, kind of crazy. I think Vire is fine. I mean, as we saw, I did give him a big play over here, but that's fairly unlikely to happen, and I can afford that here, right? I'm up 130. I just really need to avoid a big 100-plus point bingo. I can handle a 45-point play pretty easily. And then, yeah, here, I mean, I just, again, like, I keep AIPH and I draw RT blank. Like, what is that? I mean, that's just ridiculously lucky. And not only that, I have a spot for Harpist for 101 points, and yeah, I mean, this game is already completely over. Like, he plays Pion. And just to add insult to injury, I pick up Ooze for 71. So, I mean, I'm up 438 to 205. Like, just absolutely absurd. I mean, yeah, here I could just score with Ragweed, I guess. I mean, maybe I probably should just do that, to be honest. But I decided to be a little bit greedy and go for another bingo, which just sort of the way this game was going. I did draw here with Dragline. And then, yeah, he bingos back. Moths, of course, I can't really play here because I'm going to be stuck with the V next turn. And there's really not a good way to play off the V, which is part of why I played POH, because now I know I'm going to have Vim, or if he tries to block that for whatever reason, I'm going to have Val on my next turn. So I can't be stuck with anything. And, of course, Poe scores nearly as many points. Yeah, Vim actually does appear to be my best play here. It scores 10 more, but leaves... wait, it says 2 worse, no? Because 18 and then MV is 14. Oh wait, no, sorry guys, what am I talking about? Yeah, MV doubled is 14, ST doubled is 4. Yeah, so 10 points difference, which makes sense. So these are the same in terms of net in the endgame. So yeah, Vim is fine, and then he goes out with Lone. Yeah, I mean, just another kind of silly game, unfortunately. Like, I drew everything. Dystocia was a mistake. I just didn't see Dynastic, unfortunately, with that rack. But other than that, I mean, I played pretty well. There were not a lot of complicated decisions. So yeah, I mean, just unfortunately, again, guys, not too much to dive into in the analysis, which is a shame, but always nice to come away with the win. And hopefully we can have some more interesting games going forward in the next couple of them. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all soon for game number 63. Have a good one. Bye-bye.